Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. Minutes before starting this live broadcast on YouTube, I received word that Google is releasing a new product that you can test, and they will give you money if you use this product. But there's a caveat. The product is called ScreenWise, and it is a Google Chrome extension that will track your behavior. So we learned that your Facebook account is worth $5. Google could get up to up to $25 in gift cards to you if you use ScreenWise. It's an extension, part of Google Chrome, can't use it in any other Google browser. To be eligible to join, you must be 13 or older, have a Google account or sign up for one, and be ready to use the Google Chrome browser, which, by the way, is my default browser. I mean, it seems like it's a nice way of getting information from people. I mean, people who are using the web for real. But think about the privacy implications of Google ScreenWise. I don't know if this is news to all you know-me's there, but I've pulled a few in on TeamSpeak, our TeamSpeak server, which you can join when you sign up at nome's.com. You guys have any thoughts on this? Privacy implications? Is it something that scares you? Is it something that you would want to install? What are your thoughts?
I would not want to install this. I want to keep myself in a private state. I don't want other companies knowing about my online state.
I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot barge pole.
I would have 3 questions. 1, does incognito work against this? 2, exactly what type of information are they grabbing? And 3, exactly what level of a admin on their server would you have to be to see this stuff? Is it more closed, or is there 30 people watching your every move?
I was actually interested until you said $25. Add a couple zeros on that, they can watch me all day.
Yeah, Stacy, I completely agree with that. Everybody has a price. Everybody.
Yeah, I would stay away from it.
I'm on board if they paid me more and if they told me exactly the in-use and the in-state of watching people's screens.
I agree.
Really, a plus on this is that at least they're not just doing it, at least they're letting people opt in or opt out.
Amen, Kat.
Yeah, I'm glad they allow you to opt in or out.
Does anybody know when they're releasing it?
I'm not sure. I looked on the Chrome store before, I guess minutes before really broadcasting. I couldn't see it. Of course, the tech media is all over it, and they're making conjectures. And here's the problem I have with tech media. They don't think like a human being. They don't think like the average consumer. And I think more people will be installing this because they don't give a rip about their privacy.
And I would also have another question to them, is the fact that we all know how Google Chrome extensions work. If you have multiple machines, it syncs over. If you were to install this on one machine thinking that that machine is the only one that is being watched, does it in fact install on your other units and automatically activate? Because that would be very scary.
Well, I'd imagine it's tied into your account, and certainly if you have synchronization of plugins set up in Google Chrome, I'd imagine it would translate between Chrome instances and OSs.
Almost would make you curious, if you use your account on somebody else's computer, what would happen?
Ooh. That's a good question.
But they'd have to have the plugin installed, wouldn't they?
Well, if you synchronized your account on that computer, which I wouldn't recommend doing, that would probably be the limiting factor. So as long as you don't log in to your Google Chrome account or your Google account from within Chrome and set up synchronization, theoretically you'd be fine.
Well, I was flipping through my Flipboard today on my phone, and I actually came across an interesting article about how companies are trying to make their search engines smarter. And if this was part of that venture into the next generation, they kind of mentioned Siri in that same light, I'd be for it. But again, complete in-state and full disclosure and a lot of money for me would be required for me to participate.
I've never...
One thing.
Oh, go ahead.
It's privacy over money, and I choose my privacy because I have a lot of information that's still sensitive.
I'm a fan of sending crash reports in, and as long as they say anonymous information, I have no problem with that. It's always been my belief that at least developers on the up and up are going to use that to make the product better. I'm curious to know, though, what the data will be used for specifically, if it's going to improve search, if it's going to potentially give Google insight to website owners using Google Analytics, which I got to tell you, as a website owner, or series of websites, really, analytics help a lot.
Or it's just another way to take over the world.
Well,
I think it's going to tie into a lot of their search your world, I think it's called, where they don't pull from their searches, they pull from searches that your friends are doing on Google Plus. So I think it's going to tie in a lot of that and trying to see what it'll tie into that, and also your Google Plus account, if you have one, so that it can more accurately give you personalized results.
Yeah, but how would it know your personalized results? I mean, I genuinely do not want to know what you all are surfing.
Because for all we know, I could be surfing something very illegal and dangerous, or something very sick and disgusting.
Yeah, they've got an angle on this, and I can't help but think that they've, been processing the idea for a while. But I think there's still a few more questions I'd like to see answered. The only page I could find was specifically the bounce page for after the extension has been installed, and everything else has been almost hearsay.
I think once I know more about it, then I would give it a little bit more thought. But right now, my answer is going to be no.
I agree.
Yeah, that's another thing I would like to know is if, let's say, for purely hypothetical, you were visiting BitTorrent sites, would they, A, gladly pass that along to the government instantly, or B, would they be subpoenaed from that?
Wow.
I've got it. My question actually, sitting here talking about this, is why? Why openly come out with something like this? I mean, they're a smart company, and I guess I'm kind of questioning the why come out with this announcement now, when there's so many applications that try to get this data anyway, they just without letting us know it.
Well,
my question is, what's in it for them?
Well, data collection. That's all Google is. Forget search results. Search results are nothing. They're data collection. They're doing this to make better products and potentially delivering better products to you and everybody else out there. I would say the mixed reactions we've had even from this group, I would imagine the same thing beyond anybody who would even know that this is even an option. Data Lord, did you have something?
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if you were supposedly using an incognito window, would the information be shared with them then as well?
Well, since it's a Chrome extension, I don't imagine that you would not be able to turn it off in an incognito or mode, or turn it on or off.
Well, here's the thing. Every time I open up an incognito window, all my plugins just disable. So I'm pretty sure that would be a disabled plugin.
And you'd have to toggle it on by default. I mean, that's the nature of going incognito, just going down to bare bones.
Yeah, I think what Chris already mentioned is the fact that most users are going to see the line where what we learn from you and others like you will help us improve Google products and services and make a better online experience for everyone. 90% of people will not even blink before they install that and say, oh yeah, I'm going to get something better. They're not going to even think about security.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, I think your standard user is not going to care because they're going to think about the end product. But your guys like us and people who watch Chris will probably be the loud voices and hesitant people in the room.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what or how the YouTube audience reacts, because I'm sure they're going to hear about it sooner or later. This is something that I've not seen Google do before. They, of course, have the ability from within Chrome to send crash reports back to Google. And if you don't want that, and someone had commented in YouTube, it looks like Paul Croft 77 on YouTube says that if they build it into Chrome, I'll drop it instantly. I don't think they're that stupid to bake it in. But if that did happen, you could always go with the Chromium foundation rather than using Google Chrome, which is a customized version of Chromium. Anything else to add on this topic before we close her out?
They're offering just $5 just to sign up, so you can sign up and then quit.
Yeah, they're offering $5 just to sign up. So you're saying sign up and then quit. Yeah, I guess you could do that, but free $5
per month.
Seriously, signing up over $5, it's. I know this economy is horrible, but just still, like you think with like dignity over money.
How much, and I think this is the greater question that we can ask in the title of the video, how much is your privacy worth? I honestly believe everybody has a price. Everybody. If someone came to you and offered you $1 million and wanted you to install this extension, would you?
Are we conjuring Ted DiBiase? No, I believe like Chris does. Everybody does have a price. I don't know what mine is yet for my privacy.
I don't care if it's $1 million. Yes, that's a lot of money, and yes, that would help me fix a lot of things around my house. But still, privacy.
Dude,
I think they're actually going to get skewed results with this, because the people that are going to go for that $25 are going to be usually younger people, teenagers, people that want the money bad enough, and that the business crowd and the people with money that are out there spending money are not going to sign up for this option. So I think they're not going to get really good results from this. I think that they need to find a way to get it from everybody if they really want good data. There is one thing though. That I just want to extend from what Derry was just saying. An awful lot of the people that will be using this or installing this will be a younger generation, right? So what's going to happen is, especially with mobile devices and stuff like that, they're not going to sign out, say, a Google search, just handing their iPhone or their iPad or whatever if somebody else wants to use it. I know myself, like I share with my own brothers if they come to visit, I share with my son and stuff like that, but I don't log out and sign in with his name and then let them use it. So, the data is going to be skewed, particularly when mobile devices are going to be used. So I wonder how Google's going to assess that. Because the way I use it is totally different to the way, say, my wife uses it or my son uses it.
So how much is your privacy worth, guys?
A lot more than $5.